Welcome to the land of Pelexia, a hard land full of hard people. What was once a peaceful place full of good-natured people has devolved into a hateful and mistrustful place, where neighbors shy away from greeting one another instead of lending a helping hand to those in need. Where on most street corners you will find a clergyman or priest prophesying the end of times, yet no one calls these men or women fools. You can feel death in the air. The old sun seems to grow darker and colder year by year. Winter lingers when summer used to rule long. New trees no longer grow, and old trees turn to stone where they stand. Nights are harsh under the three moon sisters who reflect the blood-red sun on the denizens below. That poisonous light gives birth to the dead for a few short hours. Stars fall on the earth, no longer granting wishes, but instead seeming to do their best to break apart this sad world. Prey grows poorer and fewer as the predators look for new game to sate their hunger. The farmers struggle to harvest their meager supplies before the bugs and worms destroy their hard work. Pelexia is indeed dying, along with its people and creatures. Friends? But what of friends? No one uses such words in today's time. The end is nigh, and the end is where we shall go. How soon will it come to its close? What can prolong this miserable world or bring its swift end? You are the heralds of the coming doom or salvation. So once again I say, welcome to the Tales from Pelexia.
Yay! Yeah, boy.
I butchered that quite a bit.
Is it bad that I have almost the whole thing memorized? I knew what he was going to say next. I've heard it so many times.
So,
the further he went, the more I just wanted to start cutting my wrists.
Welcome to Tales from Pelexia. This is a D&D one-shot based in the world of our masterful forever DM, Seth Templin. But before we get into that, let's kick it over to AJ for the ad read.
Yeah. This episode and every episode is brought to you by Tiger Skull RPG.
Tiger Skull!
Yeah. And Tiger Skull RPG is creating monthly 3D printable NPC encounters, complete with 5th edition stats, loot cards, digital illustrations, all the above, all the cool stuff. You can check them out at TigerSkullRPG.com, and you can use our code Commoners30 for 30% off everything in the store. They've got shirts, hoodies, backpacks, all kinds of stuff, and you can get 30% off of all of it with Commoners30 when you check out. And you can also support them on Patreon for monthly content and exclusive stuff and deals and discounts and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know if they're still doing a thing with Torchlight Press that we talked about last time, but you should go check them out as well at torchlightpress.com. I think that's it.
Oh, man.
Check out Tiger Skull RPG.
A lot of good stuff over there.
Yeah.
So, where we're going to rein this story in, okay, we're going to bring it in to a place known as the Eastern Plains. Listener, if you've been following along with the main campaign, you would know this as the Dying Lands, birthplace of our own Thrin Lothriel. However, this is before it became dying. We'll see what the campaign pans out to be, and if that fate is nigh, or if it's soon coming, or not soon coming. The opposite of nigh. Nigh or da. It's just day without the Y.
Yeah. Is it nigh or is it fi?
I'm an idiot. Anyway, okay, so we open up in the palace of the Duke of the Eastern Plains, Mr. Broussard Bro. He's a very well-built druid. I would say his prime is past him, but he's still a formidable force. As we come into this, he steps into his palace quarters with his trusted advisor.
What race is he?
He is human. A human druid.
And we're all here? Or are you just telling a story?
I'm just opening it up
Okay,
right
I'm
now.
sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So he comes into his quarters, and mostly a meeting room that he has, and addresses his one of his most trusted advisor, a Mr. Aldous Windspeaker. Introductions, I thought.
Yeah, Seth Templin, forever DM, not being a DM, loving it. I'm playing Aldous Windspeaker. I will be, he is a wood elf druid, circle of land. So he's kind of an elderly man. He wears a lot of green robes over his armor and has just all kinds of plants that seem to be growing out of his hair and his beard.
So as we pull out to get a greater scope of the town that we're in, we find an inn. We find a rascally human ranger just walking in from basically a day of not doing too much, by the name of a Mr. Hurst Greyborn, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's me. I'm AJ Cannon, playing Hurst Greyborn, who you have met before for a brief period. He's much younger here. Still kind of a rough, dirty-looking character. He has kind of a scraggly, short beard, dark hair, dark beard, shoulder-length hair. He's wearing a wide-brimmed farm-style hat. You might see somebody behind a plow wearing a hat such as this. And it's just kind of wearing ragged, normal clothes, short-cropped pants, and a pair of boots. And he's carrying a large club, or he uses it as a club. It's a bear's thigh bone with some fresh sinew, a little bit of muscle left on the bone. It's baked on there, been there a little while, but it's pretty fresh bone that he's pulled from a recent beast.
Okay. So as we look more to the inn, we would also find another ranger. This one, a Lightfoot halfling. Right now, he's in the stables. He's addressing the needs of his pet gorilla, making sure that there's fresh fruit provided. The man, the halfling, Mr. Sirloin, tending to his ape. Mr. Jenkins, give us a description.
All right. Well, my name is Malachi Cannon, first-time player here with the Commoners of D&D. Been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Number one fan.
Yeah. For a long time.
Overtook Deb.
But yeah,
Campaign more
I'm
than
playing
once.
as Sirloin. That is not that is two separate words. They're Sirloin, and like our DM said, I am a Lightfoot halfling, folk hero from the Bernheim Forest originally, doing some exploring there in the Dying Plains, and I have a pet gorilla named Mr. Jenkins, and my appearance, I have a cloak and just explorer's outfit. I don't really know how to describe it in details. Got boots, just common exploring clothes. And Mr. Jenkins, he also wears a cloak.
Okay.
All right.
XL.
That's I mean, excellent description.
Now, as I'm entering this inn, do I see this gorilla?
No. You haven't gone to the stalls. You haven't gone to the stables.
Okay, good.
So let's pull back a little bit, even further, just a little away from the town. We find ourselves tracking the movement of an adventuring orc who's come into a bit of sentience here. As he's moving the way from what would be known as the Porcelain Sea to this town in the Eastern Plains. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
I'm Tyrell Merle. I'm playing Moloch Giant Kim. He is a orc fighter.
Drop the S.
And he's a bit of a vagabond, wanderer, adventurer. As for his appearance, he has chainmail armor with like bits of fur like around the neck. has like in the leather parts, like coming down, I guess, like in the vast area. He's got like these blue glowing runes going down, and then his axe has this strange red glowing rune on it. His skin's kind of a purpley gray color. Has kind of facial tattoos, and yeah.
What of the hair?
He's got like some braids, pretty long hair down the back.
What style of braid? Are they French braids?
Does he smell bad?
He's a very muscular orc, very very big.
So an orc.
Full orc.
Picture orc.
100%.
Picture an orc. Got it.
And then,
Except for the glowing runes, it's very strange.
and then, let's pan back to the city, where we would find a one Lightfoot halfling being toted off to the stocks by the city guard. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. I'm Cameron West, and I will be playing Cade Thorngage. Kind of a probably mid to late 30s, curly brown hair down to about his shoulders, peppered, kind of salt and pepper gray.
Okay.
Kind of scruffy looking, like if Frodo grew up rough.
All right. Well, those are our characters, listener. So let's dig in. So as I opened, Duke Broussard Bro has just stepped into his quarters, requesting a meeting with you. This is a normal occurrence. He usually has these one-on-one discussions to find somebody of like mind, but somebody who can take him back to his roots of being a druid, of being a person.
Is he part of the Shinari tribe?
I wouldn't imagine. Okay. I would imagine that he threw in his lot pretty well with the Black Cloaks, with the king. Okay. But he
respects the land.
Exactly. He has an extreme, and in fact uses that to his advantage, not to exploit it, but to benefit from it. Like you would like
he uses the land, or like as like political, like people think he's a better person because he takes care of the land.
Think of it in the way of like a warlock taking from a patron that doesn't know he exists.
Gotcha.
Okay. He knows
mystical sort of.
Yeah, he knows that the land that he's taking from is going to eventually take him. And he's okay with that, but he's going to benefit from it as best he can. So, as Bro comes in, he says, Mr. Windspeaker, I have some terrible news, and I would ask that you would help me to weigh my options here.
How can I be of assistance, Your Majesty?
Well, I just went and visited with my seer, and they were telling me that there's going to be an attempt on my throne. That the power that I hold right now is very, very quickly going to be taken from me. Now, this was not in indefinite terms, of course, as you can tell, the future, how the nature of telling the future, but also the power that I wield, the authority that I've been given from the authority that I serve. It almost seems unlikely, but I want to cover all my bases.
Who would dare betray you or rise up against you?
That is... that's a tough call. Surely the people have seen my power.
Of course.
I've taken every possible extent to make sure these people are satisfied. Perhaps I've been too lenient.
I would not know.
Could I ask a favor of you?
Of course.
Would you... I don't know who to trust besides you. I am going to go into my own shrine and likely be there all night. I am going to consult these spirits myself. Would you mind keeping a watch? Taking care of business in my stead for the night, in case something does come up. I don't expect anything to happen. I mean, we can push paperwork off if we need to, but...
Do you wish me to guard you in your shrine?
Well, if you just stay in this room, I'm just going to go into that room there. So you'll be able to see who's coming in and out. There's no other way in, there's no other way out.
Of course.
All right.
Are you expecting anybody for any other purposes?
No. There's no meetings I've called. There's nothing that I have.
No mundane business that I should be aware of.
Absolutely not.
Then please go enjoy your seeings. I hope that you find some conclusion to this.
I hope that I do enjoy them. So as he exits the room, he has his skin is very, very dark, but there's a paleness to it. There's like a sheen that's gone from it. He's almost as if he's seen his death, but he didn't indicate otherwise. So as you're in this office, I would take it that you'd make yourself comfortable. You sit at his desk.
I don't know. I probably wouldn't sit at his desk now.
Okay.
I'll just kind of start pacing. I'll pull some stones out of one of my pockets, and they'll just begin floating around my hands, interweaving between my fingers, and I'll just pace.
Okay. Well, as you look around the office, it's a very minimalistic. He has a desk, but it's in lieu of chopping down trees to make his a wooden desk. He's actually quarried out stone, just using resources that are not necessarily alive. You can definitely tell that there is a naturalistic approach in this. It's not very ornate. It's not very gaudy, but it functions. You would imagine that if you were sitting there and you had been given a place of authority directly under him instead of working as an advisor, say a guard, that if you had to come in here and take a meeting, it would be kind of unnerving. That there's nothing you could glean from personality-wise, but you know him very well. So as you take up your guard post and, you're prepared to take anyone who may come, we're gonna go to our orc, okay? So Moloch, as we draw into you, you're just now coming into the city limits, and it's just right at dusk. The sun's just beaming over the horizon. It's a very, very dark orange glow. Night sky isn't very. I mean, you don't see very many stars light up the sky, even though it's a clear day. Where normally you would see at least the speckle of stars. You don't see very much happening up in the heavens. You're very weary from travel. Basically, matching your vagabond lifestyle, you were hired as a temporary deckhand across the Porcelain Sea to guard a to guard a supply shipment. Started this journey a couple days ago. You've been on foot the entire time. So you're just coming into town, and you see the inn just probably 3 blocks in. Everything's lit up, and it seems to be happening. It seems to be a very happening place. A lot of ruckus. What would you want to do?
I'd like to see if they would allow me to stay at the inn, I guess.
Okay. So you walk up to the bar and ask them.
Could I rent a room for the night?
You got gold?
I've got some gold.
How much gold you got?
I'll lay up a bag of 10 gold.
Room's usually 1 gold a night, but I require a security deposit from you. I don't like that look in your eye. I'll need 2.
That's racism, sir.
I was thinking that, but I didn't say that.
If you're an orc, you're used to.
Fine. How much then? How much gold for the
2
down payment?
2 gold.
I'll move 2 gold up to him.
If you get breakfast in the morning, and we hadn't heard anything from you, you haven't broken anything, we'll give you this 1 gold back.
Deal.
All right.
No. Guess go if there's like stairs or whatever and go up.
Okay. Hurst, you're not in the center of the room, but you're also not in the corner because you're not edgy enough.
I'm sitting in the dark thinking.
You see this massive figure of an orc come in. And, I mean, it's a little off-putting. You don't normally see one such as this walk into a place of humans, halflings. You don't see this often enough. It's enough for you to note, but not enough for you to react to. It piques your interest, for sure. You also notice somebody of you would say of. Listen, like I said, it's been a few days since you've done anything. You know, this is the extent of it. You've been here, you've been people watching, you've been able to really discern who's who and what's what. You see one that could be described as one of your kind, salt of the earth, somebody who gets their living from the woods, from the plains. And you look over to another Lightfoot halfling, and that is where your attention is drawn to. He's over there, drinking alone, seeming like he's waiting for an opportunity. I mean, it looks like he's looking for an opportunity to start a fight.
Start a fight?
Start a fight. He's just kind of, he's jittery, he's looking around, and it's not a malicious look. It's kind of more of a I do this for fun type of look.
What else is happening in the joint?
I mean, various people of the town a lot of people that you've seen, a few people that you haven't. I mean, all sitting around tables, drinking, getting loud. There's a few people playing different types of games for a few bits of copper. You know, it's like a Friday night in a VFW.
Is there anybody exceptionally drunk?
You see one guy. He's playing a game of checkers, and
Somehow he's losing to himself.
here's what it looks like. Okay, he picks up his piece. He's playing the red piece. Okay, and he places it down, and he goes, "King me." And the other guy who he's playing against says, "All right, first of all, this isn't even chess. Second of all, you can't move that way. That's illegal." The guy says, "I don't care. Give me my copper. I won." That's the extent of it. The guy shakes his head and is like, oh, "Okay, you're just a little too lit for this scene. Let's start getting some water."
I guess I'll walk over to Sirloin.
Okay, Sirloin.
I walk up before I sit down and stretch out a hand. Hurst.
Greetings, sir. Sirloin at your service.
Sir, yeah. Mind if I sit down?
Go ahead.
What?
This is a bar in the inn, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the bottom floor. Inn has 2 stories above it.
Say, you like money?
Yes, sir, I do.
You the fighting kind?
A little bit, yes.
What say we, a little fight going with this drunkard over here. Make a couple
Sounds
quick
good to me. I have a
bucks.
friend out back I might want to bring in. He can join the occasion.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you want to come see him?
Sure.
And then I'll take him, I guess, out and just right outside is where the stall
It'll
is.
be around back. It'll be there's no direct back door. You have to walk out the front door, walk down an alleyway, and get to the back. It's lit. It's lit by lanterns. As of now, the sun is down. It's just been probably about 20 minutes. But sun's down. It's dark. Like I said, it's after the sun's gone down, but before the moon's rise. So lanterns are really your only source of light. But you go out. It's a very well lit stable, and there, Hurst, you, as if out of a storybook, you first hear a and you look. The first thing you see is this giant horse trough. What would normally be filled with water is filled with, cut up apples, halved watermelons,
Bananas.
a couple of bananas. You would think there'd be more bananas, but they don't really. That's a
Tropical fruit.
yeah. It's not too much here in the city. Just various other fruits, and you see this giant dark hand about the size of, if it were to work itself into a fist, it would be the size of your head. And it picks up a whole half of a watermelon, and you see just shoves this whole half of a watermelon. Almost seems like it eats the whole thing in one gulp.
What on earth am I looking at?
Mr. Hurst, I would like to present to you Mr. Jenkins, my ape, my most prized possession.
Where'd you come across something like this? You been traveling with a circus or
I
something?
bought him from a circus there in the Bernheim Forest. That's where I'm from. And I brought him along on my journey. Me and him have been together for over 3 years now. Best friends.
Interesting.
That's a nice.
I'd like to keep my distance if you don't mind.
Well, we
You
can
gonna
use him
bring-
in the bar. If you like.
Secret weapon.
Not so secret, but yes.
Bring him out.
Mr. Jenkins. And then
And
come right along with it.
you see, he perks up. He perks right up. He takes the trough that you got to imagine weighs, with all of this stuff in it, probably weighs a good 250. Okay, and he just immediately slides it, and there's fruit just spilling out everywhere. He slides it up against the side of the stall. The whole thing just goes, just kind of rumbles. It's solid, but they felt it. Okay, there's horses are just like, kind of a little bit nervous, and you see him just come a galloping.
Good boy.
And grabs his owner by the waist, picks him up, and sets him up on his shoulder.
So you have him well trained.
Yes, sir, I do.
Never seen anything like this. I knew it was something I liked about you.
All right. Well, can't wait to see what he does inside the bar.
Here's what I think. I think you leave him outside.
Okay.
We go start the fight, get the money laid down, and then if things get out of hand, give him the whistle or whatever you got to do.
Kind of like the bouncer waiting outside.
Yeah.
In case things.
No, don't even wait for it to
Are
get
we
out
wanting
of
to
hand.
challenge
Bring him.
this individual to a fight for gold, or are we just wanting to go sock him in the mouth? What are we doing here?
What are we doing here?
Let's get some gold on the line.
All right, I like that. Maybe he can grab a partner. Maybe that other blockhead who's playing checkers or chess, whatever it is, with him.
Yeah. Let's see if anybody wants to make a wager.
All right.
What did the dude look like? Was he big, small?
I mean, he was a well-built... You would think... If you
He's
were,
in good fighting shape.
Yeah, if you were anywhere but under the rule of a druid who highly respects nature, you would say that this guy was a well-built woodsman.
Is he human?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Blonde-haired, green-eyed. In fact, I can give you a name if you... No, you know what? You haven't even asked.
Okay. I'll go back in the bar then. I'm just going to walk over to him.
And I'll accompany him.
As you guys get out of the... this is a fun little note here. As you guys get out of the cover of the stable, Mr. Jenkins goes bipedal. And in his funny gorilla walk, as Sirloin is on his shoulders, he gets up bipedal and he's just Bigfoot. Yeah, just basically walking like Bigfoot. You know, his arms are dragging. You know,
Yeah, and Sirloin, he'll straddle him
just
by his neck.
just an easy canter around in this alleyway that is big enough to fit a gorilla. You know, sideways or frontways. Too.
Yeah.
So okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll walk up to this fella. Is the checkers game still going on?
Checkers game's still going on. Gorilla's outside, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll leave him out front.
I mean, it's going as best it could go with a belligerent drunk man.
Okay. Say there, fella. Looks like you might ought to try your hand at a different game.
What business is it of yours? What game I'm playing?
I got a friend here says he can take you on.
Checkers?
I may be small, but I'm quite vicious. No, not checkers, and definitely not chess.
You don't have to be
Fisticuffs.
big to play checkers.
Fisticuffs, son.
Fisticuffs.
You look like a fighting man.
I only fight when I have to. One second. Let me... You're awful small.
Small, but quite vicious.
So you're saying you wouldn't mind putting a little wager on it?
If I'm so small, then yeah, small wager. Or a big one, whatever you want.
All right. Okay. All right. Who am I fighting? What's your name?
Name's Sirloin.
Sirloin.
And this is my friend Hurst.
Hurst. All right. Well, name's Dave.
Dave. It's a rather bland name, don't you say?
Well, I mean, I didn't get into a name picking contest.
Very well.
All right. How much are we wagering?
How much do you have?
Randy, how much gold did I just earn? He didn't earn any gold. All right, we were just betting copper. And, I mean, it's a wash. He as much as I know, he has like 7 copper pieces.
So he's broke.
That's a respectable amount.
If you say so.
He owns his house, owns his horse. What do they need to bet? What do they need gold for?
Oh, I was going to say about 10 gold.
Yeah, I got 10 gold.
Insight check.
Poor Dave.
10.
15.
I mean, he's telling the truth. You think?
Okay.
I mean, he's you know.
What do you say, Hurst? 10 gold.
Yeah, here's how it's going to go.
Oh, hold on. Before we get to wagering, let me run across the street. Let me go get my gold. He runs out, and true to his word, he's going across the street. You know, you see a door open up, light, kind of floods the street. He's coming out, and you can tell he's in some sort of argument with somebody on the inside. He's like, "I just shut up! Don't worry about it. I'll double it." just slams the door, comes right back over. He's like, all right. You need 10 gold? There's 10 right there.
All right, sirloin. I'll put the 10 gold up for you.
All right. Appreciate it.
And we'll split the winnings.
Very well.
All right, clear an area.
Now,
Dave, would you like a partner?
as you hear all this kerfuffle going on, Moloch, they're starting to clear out an area in the middle, and nobody's making a big deal about it. You know, this seems like, okay, you know, this is probably a normal occurrence. So, you know, you're seeing them, you're hearing them talk about fighting, you're hearing about them putting down some gold. What do you do with that?
I'm just gonna stand and observe for the moment.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up against the wall and just kind of cross my arms.
Okay. Dave looks at you because you're an imposing figure. And this guy he was playing chess against, or checkers against, is a checkers player. Okay, he's tiny. He's not of the same stock as Dave. Dave looks over at you and says, "You there? You gonna get 10 gold?"
For fighting.
Wait, no, it's not 10 gold. 5 gold? You want 5 gold?
You said 10.
Yeah, but it's because I'm only gonna get 10 gold for the whole fight, but I'm not gonna give away everything I make. And I'm just fighting for no reason.
Well, I myself am not trying to cause a scene.
Buddy, we're fighting. It's a regular night here.
It's already a scene.
Moloch looks over to the innkeeper, I guess, the guy behind the whoever he talked to.
He squints an eye, but he says, "I mean, this is a normal occurrence. We won't hold it against you. We're normally
Don't cause trouble unless it's sanctioned.
we're normally talking about, you know, your bedroom. You know, if that thing's all rooted around, hay thrown everywhere, all that.
Crap on the walls.
Cave painting.
You can tell here. They moved all the chairs out. As long as you don't use a weapon, just use your fists.
You can trash the bottom floor, it's insured.
Don't kill nobody.
How tall is the ceiling?
Ceiling in here is about 9 foot tall.
Okay, I'll step up then.
All right. And you hear the bartender call out, "I don't know if any of you heard that. No murdering."
What do you think, Hest?
You want me to join, or are you just ready to call your friend in?
Don't bring
Take
no
these two
knives to a fist fight.
You said no knives, you didn't say no apes. I think it's fair game.
I'll put up the. I can put up the other 10 for the ape if you want to bring him in.
All right, in this situation, is it like, are we cleared out? Like, is it us two facing them at this point?
I mean, you've got a circle of people around you. You've probably got about 20 feet from end to end. People, I mean, they're passing off coins, they're passing off pouches. Like, there's one guy in the middle writing all this down. You know.
All right.
Want to fight with the ape, or you want me to get involved?
Mr. Hurst, would you like to know what Mr. Jenkins' first name is?
I suppose.
My God.
Jenkins! And as soon as I say that, I call the ape in, and he comes crashing through and is coming straight for Tyrell.
As you hear this, as you hear this name announced, all you see is the doorposts smash in half. All right, and you see a shoulder and a shoulder, and he's coming straight for
Jump
you.
out of the way.
Moloch looks at the ape, and he's gonna try to run, I guess, straight at him and try to jump into him. And
gonna try and football tackle the ape.
Okay.
Orc versus an ape. Fair fight.
Honestly, if you were a human, I would make you roll Constitution just because that would be probably the most frightening thing a person could imagine. But since you're an orc, all right, we'll go with it. You're in the
Mating
wilds.
call for the orcs.
Actually, if I can, if I'm gonna try to like shove him back out the door, outside.
Okay.
Do we need to roll initiative? I mean, I'm not trying to get in the fight yet, but
Okay.
do they need to roll initiatives?
Before you see the doorpost break and you hear this loud howl. And I mean, you know the intention that's happening here, I guess. You know that there's a third party coming in. So, let's roll initiative to see if you get the jump on that. Roll also for Mr. Jenkins.
18 for me.
For Sirloin, 17.
Okay.
Are you gonna write this down?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for Mr. Jenkins, what's that? Hang on.
Doesn't it go on your turn?
No, not the Beastmaster.
Well, there's like new rules.
The new rules doesn't go on your turn. It's better.
Okay.
It's the old rules that go on your turn.
Okay.
Well,
whenever I roll,
We're not treating this as combat. We're treating this as a street fight.
oh boy. Okay. What would his initiative
Dex
be?
bonus.
Whatever the dex bonus.
Okay. Then 5 for Mr. Jenkins.
Oh
Okay.
no. Orc's gonna get a jump on him.
All right.
Cold cock him once, put that ape in the floor.
All right. So at the start of the brawl, Moloch, you're up. You see this gorilla crashing through the door.
He's gonna run up and try to push him back out if he can.
Okay. Let's get opposing strength. Strength or it would be strength, not athletics.
It's either one.
I mean, not acrobatics. I don't think.
No, it'll be athletic.
Athletics.
Yeah,
And which one's under?
that is under strength.
Okay.
Is he proficient? Would he be?
15.
Well, I rolled an 18, and that's +2 on strength, but I don't know if he's proficient or I have no idea.
It probably says something about PB there beside.
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
equal
your
to,
proficiency bonus too.
Yeah, it's equal to your bonus, so that would be 22.
Okay, so you put your hands up against this mass, this hairy mass of an ape, and nothing, no budge. In fact, you push on him. Like your feet leave the ground. You're trying to, basically Superman push this guy out. You push yourself back. He's not budging out of that doorway by your will. Let's go ahead, Sirloin. You're up next.
All right, I'm gonna what's it called? Save my action. I'm
Okay,
gonna
you're
wait
gonna
there, and
hold
if someone hold my action, if someone comes towards me, I'm gonna try and sock them.
Okay.
Like if one of them two come towards me.
All right. Dave is next, and Dave, absolutely awestruck by this gorilla. He's gonna roll con. Okay. Okay. So he saves.
He's that drunk.
Yeah. He just goes.
Reasoning factor.
I don't care about your hairy friend. I just want to get that thing gold. Well, now 20 gold, right? Is that what y'all had decided? Okay. So he puts up his dukes, and he steps up to you, and he goes to throw a punch. So let's see. I'm gonna say, yeah. Okay, what is your AC?
16.
Okay, he hits you, but you're small. Okay. He's seeing double. So as he swings 2 feet wide of you, and just uppercuts, and is astounded that he missed.
Where'd he go?
He was holding Zach.
Right. So upon that action, well, even before, I guess, he steps up to punch you. What do you do?
I try to punch him back.
Okay, give me an unarmed strike. Is that just strength?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless otherwise proficient.
That's a 5.
That is a miss. Okay. Get into it. That's Dave.
First set a child against a drunk man in a fist fight.
Now it is time for Mr. Leroy Jenkins.
All right. Mr. Jenkins, he is going to do charge at what's your name again? Moloch. Yeah, he's going to do charge at Moloch. So it says, if the beast moves at least 20 feet straight toward a target and then hits with a maul attack on the same turn, the target takes an extra 1d6 slashing damage. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a strength saving throw against your spell save DC or be knocked prone.
He's already within.
Yeah,
20 feet.
he doesn't have 20 feet, so we can't charge him.
Oh,
He would,
okay.
that's
Does he have
not.
to be-
Yeah, that's an attack based on momentum. He already has the 20
Okay.
feet of momentum, and then
I got you.
attacks.
Okay. Then he's just going to do
Oh,
maul.
you're just gonna tell him.
Well, I said, yeah, he's just going to do maul. Okay.
Okay, so
Oh no.
what is that? What does that entail?
Maul, melee weapon attack. Your spell attack modifier to hit, reach 5 feet, one target, hits 1d8 plus 2 plus proficiency bonus slashing damage.
Okay, so let's roll the attack on that.
Okay.
It's
That's a 7. Okay.
Plus your spell attack.
That's 12.
Yeah, that's a 16.
Oh.
For me.
okay.
All right. Well,
Wait.
16 AC. Can you roll a 12?
Oh, okay, 12.
Yeah,
I thought he said I thought he was saying his spell attack was 12, and I was like,
No.
"Are you kidding
no,
me?"
no.
Okay. So, you see this gorilla raising up his arms. I mean, half of his body is inside, half of it's outside. You see him raise up his arms, and he just starts trampling. Okay, and you're agile enough to where one arm comes down, you jump over. He brings that other one up, you jump over. So you're dodging these attacks pretty well.
I have a question. During combat, can I butt in and say something to someone wherever we're at?
On your turn.
It's a free action on your turn. Just
On your turn. Okay.
Yeah. So at the end of that round, you hear the barkeep say, "No animals in this place. You get that creature out." At the top of the round, Moloch, your turn.
Once again, I'm going to try to shove him.
All right. Give me contesting strength or athletics.
10.
18.
Okay, so once again, you can see the creature's a little bit winded from that attack. So you think, okay, perfect opportunity. I'm going to shove this thing out. So you put your shoulder into it, you bounce off. I mean, like a BB on a tree, dude. You bounce off.
It's still, is it, since we're in the doorway, he's knocked a hole through the door, right? Basically,
Right.
knocked the door down.
His lower half is still on the dirt outside.
It's still 9 feet here. It's still 9 feet tall to the ceiling here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not in an entryway of any sort. It's just doorway, probably 6 foot tall, 7, maybe 7. But yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
Sirloin.
right. Sirloin, he's going to look at Hurst and say, "Mr. Hurst, do you care to join me, or do I have to do this by myself with my gorilla?"
I don't think it'd be unfair at this point.
I think not. You better join.
I'm just sitting on the bar.
All right. Well, after that failed attempt,
Why is they gonna try to push it?
Sirloin is going to try to sock Dave in the face once again.
Okay, give me a.
And it's just strength, right?
What was your last roll?
On my attack roll
Yeah.
for Sirloin? Oh, goodness. Does anyone remember?
12. No.
That was for Mr. Jenkins.
What did you say, your attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
For the monkey?
No,
for me.
For Sirloin.
No, I don't remember.
What's your attack bonus?
No, like, what did I
when
roll
he
last
rolled,
time?
What did it add to?
Oh.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Okay,
It's
well,
just plus strength, right?
It was
Right.
like a 5.
okay, good deal.
Okay, well, let's see here. That's a 2.
Oh, sorry. No.
This bar fight that doesn't matter is going to take 2 hours.
Okay, you throw a punch, and you honestly try to hit him between the legs just to get an advantage. He's got a codpiece on. So, ding!
Great.
So, I mean, you shake it off, but, you're not going to do that again. Okay.
Better not.
So now it's Dave's turn. Dave, upon feeling the impact of this, goes, amateur. And what he tries to do is he tries to bring his fist down on top of your head, basically like whack-a-mole. Just hammer fist you on the top of the head. So let's see. Does a 16 hit?
That's my armor class, yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. He does 2 damage.
All right.
$30 more to go.
Yeah, only 30 more. All right, and now it is Mr. Jenkins' turn.
dead by now.
Mr. Jenkins is. Can I just keep doing Maul, or is that like okay?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Gonna do Maul again.
Okay.
All right, that is a. So it's his strength plus my proficiency bonus.
No,
right?
no, plus your spell casting.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Spell attack.
That's right.
modifier.
That is a 19.
19, that hits.
All right, so 1d8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4. Which one's d8 this round? That's a 1 plus 4, 5.
So with this, you tried to just shovel him out the door. You've tried everything. He just brings his arm up and just bats you like a fly. You go flying. 2-3 foot back. I mean, he socked you pretty good. You've got just a little bit of a cut lip. Okay. But once again, the bartender speaks out, and this time he's looking at you, Hurst. Since you two had a dialogue, he says, I swear, if you don't get that gorilla out of here right now, I'm shutting this whole thing down. And you're paying for the damages.
Now, I ain't got nothing to do with this.
He's talking to you.
I just met him.
Well, doesn't matter. I'm holding you liable. You get that gorilla out.
Where is the gorilla right now?
It's in the doorway still. Now, since, you haven't said anything about him moving forward yet. He's just been mauling from the doorway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, do I need to roll initiative?
Are you going to take an action?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, roll it up.
Oh, wow. 10.
Okay. What, you know what, you go before Dave. All right, so top of the round. Moloch.
I'm going to try to go, if I can, kind of like jump and go around the side of the gorilla to get outside, if I can, somehow.
You can't move through
He's
him.
taking up the whole doorway?
Yeah, he's taking up the whole doorway, dude. This is a massive beast.
Well, he's considered a medium creature, right?
I would say this is a medium doorway.
I'm going to attempt to push him again then.
Okay, opposing strength.
9.
11. Okay.
All right. So as this time you taste the blood in your mouth just from your cut lip, and you buckle down. You get low, and you linebacker move this guy, and you push him a good 5 feet. Okay, and he's dragging, but you're doing it.
The orc finally raged, yeah! I'm going to run out, I guess, try to go out and around to the left of him a little bit.
Okay.
Go out the door right there.
Okay.
And as I do that, I'm going to bonus action use Giant's Might, and I grow to large size.
Oh, okay.
What a smart DM, getting all these great abilities out of the way.
And that's my turn for now.
This was literally not in the plan. All right, so big gorilla sees an even bigger orc in front of him. Okay, all right. It is now your turn, Sirloin.
Okay.
You see your gorilla move out the doorway.
Yeah, they're outside now.
Yeah. You don't see what's going on out there.
Okay.
So, your
Yeah.
sole focus is battle.
I'm going to say, Okay, Mr. Hurst, this is our opportunity. He's got him outside, so let's gang up on Dave and finish this and get our gold. And then I will try to hit Dave again.
So you say that pretty... I mean, you guys are a good 15 feet apart, so you hear that. I mean, you're... Well, not even 15... I said it was... Yeah, probably 15, 20 feet. So you're saying that loud enough for him to hear, right?
Uh-huh.
Upon saying that loud enough, you hear the whole crowd... Boo! They're chunking stuff. I mean, there's glasses and goblets being thrown at you. So, I mean, you basically... What you're saying is not an accepted act. But, having said that...
I mean, I'm going to go after and try to hit him after I say that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, that's 19.
And that hits.
All right, what is it for?
D4.
D4, okay.
Yeah.
That's 3.
All right.
Strength mod.
It's 0, so.
Oh, okay. So, you know what? I'm gonna tidy this up a little bit. Okay. All right.
Now?
It is now Hurst.
Is the door damaged?
I mean, it's
Or the doorway?
yeah, it's been pushed. It's the frame isn't completely gone through, but it's definitely, you can see cracks all through it.
I'm going to run over and try to just shut the door, and if there's like any kind of latch or something to bar it.
Okay. So you first, in a
Try to
hurry.
keep the ape outside.
Yeah, in a hurry, you just slam the door real quick, and you're looking, and as the door comes to, it goes,
Open, drop back up.
yeah, opens right back up. You find a door bar, and as you pull it to, you get that.
Okay.
So
Was that my whole turn?
I would say that we could say that was a bonus action of picking something up and putting it in place. That may
How
even
far
be a free
how far did I have to go?
action. You went about 10 feet.
Okay, can I make it back to Dave?
I would say fighting through the crowd would be difficult terrain, so you might be able to get to the front of the crowd by the end.
Okay, then I'll do that. I'll just try to get back over there to him.
Okay.
As I was shutting the door, did I see him huge outside?
Yes. Lot going on, but you did see a massive orc outside.
I'm gonna come back over. Okay, never mind. I'll do it on the next turn.
I mean, you can shout to him or anything if you needed to say something.
Sirloin, think we ought to shut it down.
Okay.
Call it a draw.
Upon hearing that, Dave says, ain't nobody walking away from this without a limp. And this time tries to hit you with a hook to the body. So let's see here. That is a 16.
Yep.
Dang, man.
We're getting silly in here.
That is 3 damage.
27 more to go.
And now it is the gorilla's turn.
Okay.
Okay, so just from Mr. Jenkins' perspective, this guy who'd been pushing up against him, who he'd been trying to bat around, actually got a good slap on, has actually come back, pushed him out of the way, which is infuriating, and grown to a humongous size.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Mr. Jenkins, he's well trained. And he is trained to know when you're beat, you're beat. And he sees this massive man in front of him and takes off sprinting in the other direction back to the stalls.
So from your perspective,
His eyes get about as big as saucers.
Mullet,
Yeah.
from your perspective, you see this big beast that was so fiercely fighting you look up at you and go bipedal and is looking up at you, just goes and just scurries off down the alleyway
And he's going to
beside.
dash. And
Still
he's got,
bipedal, like Olympic sprinting
Right.
away.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You know what? You do get an opportunity attack.
I'm going to try to grab him if I can.
Grabbing. Okay. opposing strength, or this time Mr. Jenkins could roll acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better, because he's trying to escape a grapple.
I have advantage on strength saving
Based off
throws
your
now.
deck, so
On what?
On strength saving throws and checks now.
See, okay, this would be a strength check. Okay, well, wait, would this be a strength check or would this be an attack action? Okay, well, I mean, he's got a bonus to his strength check, so I didn't know if it would be treated as an attack or a strength check.
A grapple.
It's just gravel.
So what do I need to do?
Roll for Mr. Jenkins to not be grappled.
Okay. Strength saving
Oh
throw.
my gosh. Look at that.
Natural 1.
Twice.
That is a
advantage.
6.
I rolled
that's
2
a
natural
6.
ones.
Wow.
Get him out of the way.
Or 10.
Okay.
That's Tyrell.
So you try to grab this ape, and he's in such a fervor. He just and just runs off down this alleyway into the darkness.
Dash is 80 feet.
Yeah. So I mean, it's booked. It's gone. It is out of combat.
There's a small urine trail behind.
I guess I'll reach down and open the door, shrink back down to medium size, and then walk into
So you try to open the door, and as you're trying to open it, you're just. So I mean, it would take. You'd want to do a strength check to open that door in your giant size. Is that it? Okay, yeah. Let's do a strength.
Well, just large. It's just
Large. I'm sorry.
Okay, 19 and then 9.
Okay, so
Further breaks the door.
yeah. So as
your goal?
as you pull the door, you hear a great big pop in the center of the door. Just the planks on it pop out, and the door opens. And when you look at what was giving you this resistance, this wooden bar was placed across the door. It's now folded in half. The door is the door frame where it once was, splintered. It was kind of stressed. Is now also stressed this way outward, with the square indentation where that bar would be. So you shrink down and you go inside, and crowd's still going.
I'm going to, I'm going to move my full movement 30 feet, and then I'm going to bonus action. I have aggressive as an orc. I can move my full movement again as long as it's closer to the enemy than when I started.
Okay, so are you going to the center of the fight?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're. We were saying it's difficult terrain, so your 30 feet immediately becomes 15 feet, which is just enough to get through the crowd, and then you've got 30 feet. It's not going to take that much movement to get to Sirloin. So I mean, you basically now have this guy surrounded.
That's it for me, I guess.
Okay.
I can't do anything else.
Sirloin, you are faced.
Sorry.
Huh?
I'm going to action surge.
Action surge. Oh,
Man, I hope we get to sleep.
I'm going to action
real
surge.
time. All that's passed is like 5 minutes.
Game time, all of their abilities.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I guess take a punch at the little guy there.
All right, give me an unarmed strike at the little guy.
Natural 20.
Okay, so Sirloin, what you see in front of you is you see this orc dash, and he's sweaty. His eyes are just like dinner plates, but bloodshot. He's angry, and he gets into his stance. He puts his 2 fists up and gives you a good 1-2 punch. Give me damage.
That's a D4.
Yeah, plus your strength modifier.
Strength. Okay, that's plus 4, so 6.
Rolling the die, we're rolling twice.
Roll that twice. That's 2. That's 4, 6 plus what now?
4.
So 10 damage.
When are you supposed to double the die instead of doubling the die?
Shut up, okay? I made that mistake once, and I've not heard the end of it.
It's just been the whole rule for our entire campaign.
And if I had,
But no other campaigns outside of that campaign.
if I could pull a wish, out of D&D, that would be what I'd wish for. I don't want my character to have anything else. I would just want to somehow, out of game, influence the DM to double the dice, not the damage.
Maybe next campaign, the next DM will have more compassion.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So anyways, Sirloin, you took a mighty good hit to the noggin. What is your response?
I yield.
I'm gonna talk to after he sucker punches me. I'm gonna say, so that's what you like to do, right? Ganging up on a little halfling, 2 versus 1.
I'll let you respond. Go ahead.
You had a giant gorilla outside.
That's just an extension of myself. We're one and the same.
I don't see the resemblance.
AJ, or Hurst, I'm sorry. You're up next. Oh, wait, no, you haven't attacked. I'm sorry.
I'm going to hold my action in
Oh.
case someone comes at me again. I'm gonna strike at him.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get the rest of my way through the crowd, and then I'm gonna try to tackle the orc.
Oh my god.
I mean, you're through the crowd, so it's free and clear. You want to grapple the orc.
I'm gonna run in saying, "Let's break it up," and I'm gonna try to grab the orc.
Okay, so you're just trying to hold him, right? Or are you trying to? What's your intention here?
I'm coming in hot.
Okay, so
I'm gonna try to pull him away from Sirloin.
So you're coming in, grabbing him, and pulling him.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if you're coming in hot, you like leap and grab him. You're gonna push these two. You're gonna push these two, so that'll have an effect. But okay. Give me opposing strength. Is that cocked?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
16.
That would be a 22.
So, you yell. He yells out to the crowd or to the fighters. It's time to break it up, and you feel these arms come around you, but you're in such a rage, you just snap them off, and you immediately. I mean, for all you know, there's another aggressor in the fight. But anyway, now it's Dave, and he sees this happen, but he's still got a bone to pick with Tiny here. So he is. Let's see. He's gonna try to pick you up and throw you 5 feet.
Do I get to hit him first since I held my action?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. You can see his grubby hands trying to come at you.
That's a 7. 7.
I don't think you've hit him once.
I don't think I have either.
So that one, as his hands are coming down, you're trying to get off shots, and he's throwing, he's batting your fists away. So he picks you up. Let's see here, strength.
Oh, do I need to do a opposing strength check?
Yeah, let's strength check that.
That is third. Is this just a saving throw, or is this just a strength check?
Strength
Okay.
check.
That's 13.
Okay, so he puts his arms around, no, he doesn't put his arms around you. He tries to pick you up by the nape of the neck and the belt loop, and as he does that, you hit him good enough to where he backs up and lets go. Not enough to do damage, but enough to just kind of stun him away. That's his turn. Gorilla is out of combat.
Gone.
He has pulled his trough across, and he's sitting there. He's sitting on the trough, and he's looking over it, really paranoid. But he's grabbing a bite.
Yeah.
Horses are neighing and whining around him. It's a scene, man. Moloch.
I'm gonna turn around at whoever's trying to grab a hold of me, I guess. I'm gonna punch them.
Okay.
Take it easy now.
That is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
D4.
Okay, we all
Plus
get
your
along.
2 plus 4, so 6.
Okay. So, you just tried to pull this guy out. You weren't initially seeing yourself as an aggressor, just a neutral party, a referee, if you will.
Yeah.
He turns around, socks you right in the nose. Okay, so I mean, you've got a little bit of a blood dab coming down your nose, and heat of the moment, man. That's oof. You're up, Sirloin.
Mr. Hurst, this orc is out of control.
I tried to break it up.
I think we need to call the fight.
Break it up.
Break it up! Break it up!
Okay, so you
Yeah, I bow out.
okay, both of you
When
throw
I
your
see
hands
this
up.
just enraged orc
Okay,
that
so
just is out of control.
so they yield.
Not even a barbarian.
I fully expected barbarian.
You, sir, are formidable.
Well, upon this, Dave, seeing this, raises his fists up. Says, "I'm the champion," and he falls back. I mean, he's the adrenaline. As quickly as it came, it went. He is at this point seeing triple.
I walk over and tuck a sack of 10 gold under his shirt.
Okay, so he kept his 10. He's passed out. If you want to collect your gold, he's got. Let's see. Well, it's actually 20.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna give 10 to the orc too.
Okay, gotcha. So tucks 10 into, you guys.
I come over holding my nose. Here you go. You're winning.
Sirloin, he'll pitch in 5. He only has 10, but he'll pitch in 5. So you can
Okay.
give him. You can
you,
give
Sirloin.
him 5.
Mullet just looks like he snatches the gold out of your hand,
So
just
wait.
gives you a glare, and then turns
Wagered
and walks
10?
away.
You, sir, are
And
incredible.
also gave him 5.
He said he was gonna.
He
pick
pitched
up
in
the
10 for the
Yeah.
gorilla. But you were putting in 10 for yourself.
He paid for the whole
No, I paid
No, he
for
paid for the
Oh,
whole thing, but I'm
gotcha.
gonna help him out a little bit.
it up.
Gotcha.
And
So I only lost 15 gold.
I hand
First is
the
a
orc
trouble.
the 5 gold and say, no hard feelings.
He just kind of gives you a glare, and then turns
I wink
around,
at him.
kind of walks away.
Bartender says, "All right, somebody has got to pay for this door, Mr. Moneybags.
What are you looking at me for?
You're the one that started this whole mess.
His monkey.
First of all, I'm pretty sure it's a gorilla.
And then
Different than a monkey.
The orc is the one that destroyed it. What do you need? 2 gold to fix that?
2 gold to do it.
Great. Well, I'm gonna need some money. Back to work.
Meanwhile, Dupro has been killed, and Cade has been put to death.
Bartender looks at you, Moloch. Says that was a good fight. Enjoy your rest. Here's your 1 gold back. I don't care.
Appreciate it. And he takes it.
So let's pan out now from the aftermath of this long fight. We're now in the city guard cells. You're being processed. Okay. So you're sitting in front of this ornate-looking guard. He says, "All right, sir. You are being charged with vagrancy, with theft by non-payment."
I left me gold in me other pants pocket.
Well, the other pants. Why didn't you produce them at the scene of the crime? We could have cleared this whole thing up.
I don't wear 2 pairs of pants, sir.
Take them away, Johnson. So we'll just take it as a guilty plea. Puts him.
No sense of humor, these folks.
So the nature of you're a bard, correct?
Yeah.
So, I mean, my guess is you would come in a you would come in a quiet way, but you would continue. You're trying to make gold. Like you said, you're kind of a vagrant. You kind of go here and there, trying to get a few free meals. It's worked out a few times. More than not, it's not worked out.
This isn't my first rodeo in a jail cell like this.
But you almost got away with it. With a little bit of your smooth talking, a little bit of magic, you just about got out of it. If those guards just hadn't been right there to witness all of this happening. But as you're being processed, the guards they're taking a hard line against you. They've this is not a forgiving land. So as you're put in, the guard kind of in a matter-of-fact way says, "You know what we do to your kind? Thieves."
Give us a hot meal,
Absolutely not.
a cold meal.
No, not even that. You can expect your hands to be missing tomorrow. And since you're a magic user, we cut your tongue out so you can't whisper a curse on us. Enjoy your slop for the night. It's the last bit of taste you'll ever have. He slams the door shut. He slams the metal bar shut, and he goes on about his guard duty. So, with that being the case, like I said, this is only about 20 minutes has elapsed. This happening while this whole thing has happened in the bar. You're still there. Basically, how it goes is any kind of corporal punishment in this kingdom is run by the Duke first. Usually to tell if he wants to make a public spectacle about it. So a few minutes later, after this thing here, you see the same ornate guard that I just described. He comes and he knocks on the door. You hear a...
Who is it?
It's Danvers, sir.
The Duke does not wish to be disturbed tonight.
I need some sort of direction. Yes or no question even?
He is indisposed. What can I help you with?
We have a prisoner down in the stocks. Just your normal thing. It happens every now and again.
What did he do?
Tried stealing food and wowing people away with his magic to cover it all up.
How do you plan to punish him?
Normal punishment, we cut thieves' hands off. We cut their tongues out if their magic uses.
Why don't you bring him to me? I might be able to find some use for him that wouldn't be so life-ending.
Will do, sir. So, upon this, a few minutes later, comes down. You see these guards come up with sour looks on their face, and you see a little dirty-faced halfling before you. Dirty because you've been in a cell, not because you're a dirty person.
Yeah. How dare you insult my character?
I can handle it from here, guards. Thank you.
Who might you be then?
I'm in charge for the moment being.
So you're the one going to cut off my hands?
No, I don't see any point in that.
Good, I was rather attached to them, thanks.
You might die tonight, but we'll at least have a chance to survive and not lose your hands and your tongue.
Sounds about like a regular Wednesday night.
Someone may or may not be coming to try to assassinate my friend and Duke in there in the other room. And I believe that you can stay here and through the night help me protect him if needs be. Come morning, if everything is hunky-dory, I think that you can just go on your way and leave this town and never return.
I rather like the sound of that.
Stay in the corner and keep quiet. I'll just go back to pacing.
Okay.
Playing with my stones.
Okay. So
Did the guards take any of my stuff when they brought me in?
they had it all in a neat bag that they gave to you.
All of your stolen items have been removed.
I'll toss the bag to you.
Let's kind of find a spot in the corner and pluck away at my loot.
Okay, so as you're pacing, you hear a rough melodic sound. It's pleasant enough. what to do with that information is up to
From
you.
the
From
shrine?
coming
Oh,
from the
him.
bard. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like tuning his lute and strumming a few chords here and
I
there.
said to be quiet.
Okay, so I take it you
Yeah,
don't
he just
do that
kinda,
anymore.
Yeah, he just kind of sets it to the side, slowly sets it down. Yeah.
Aldous will remember that.
The night comes through. I mean, it's been hours you've been pacing. It is now, I mean, we probably started this whole journey. If we were talking Earth time, I mean, we probably started this whole thing about 8:30. Okay. It's
more like 7.
sure 7. Stop it. Anyway, it is now about 5:30, and out of, I mean, you know, you're still pacing, maybe with a little bit less enthusiasm. You know, you're just kind of, bored, more or less. You have long since fallen asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. The rest of you as well, you each have your own separate rooms. The bar was put back into order. Everybody went home. So, everybody is rested. I'll count this, since you're an elf, I'll count this as your meditation. Not that you needed it, but you're not exhausted when the morning comes. About 5:30, the door to the shrine slams open. He says, "I've done it. I figured it out. Aldous. All right. Are you still here?
I'm here.
All right.
We have some other ears here.
How do you fare, sir?"
Is he talking to me?
Yes.
I'm quite all right. How about you?
Yeah. Great. Anyway, all right.
What did you see?
I am almost assured that this problem is occurring deep in the wilderness. There's a natural disturbance, and I think it's at the center. It is the pinnacle point of all of this. I hate to ask you to do something else, old friend, but is there any way that you could report on this, put eyes on it?
I'm sure I could do something.
It's now I can't speak in certain terms, but I'm almost sure that there's danger there. Gather people that are able-bodied, that will accept coin, whatever you have to do. But we need to find this evil and root it out.
Your person will not be in any danger while I'm gone.
I don't believe this has to do with an attempt on my life.
Where exactly am I going?
So he brings up a big map of the Eastern Plains. And as you know, I mean, much like the Bernheim Forest, except think more tropical jungle, okay?
Oops. Nothing.
Did I mess something up?
No, I did.
What'd I do?
I thought it was plains, so I
I'm sorry, that makes so much more sense. I'm an idiot.
I chose plains as my circle of the land druid thing.
Well, don't worry, you'll get... This hasn't screwed anything up.
Okay.
So...
I mean, he could be from more plains area. It's fine.
Right. I mean, you know that the Eastern Plains, most of it is plains.
Yeah.
You just know in the deepest parts, the least traveled parts, kind of where it starts blending with Bernheim, it turns more to a tropical jungle, a deep jungle. It's probably, I mean, at best a day away, at best.
Before the mountain range.
Before the mountain range, right. It's kind of in this... There's a lot of moisture that comes down off the mountains, so it's, I mean, rainforest-esque biome. So anyway, he points, or he shows you this map, and he points to this area, and he points to more of a center area, more of a center point in it. There used to be an old village here, hundreds of years ago, and I believe this rising power, as it is centering itself there. And the reason it's there is these forces can travel to the different areas without being noticed.
We of the Shannara have seen this old town.
All right, good deal. Awesome. So you know exactly what he's talking about. You know this town. It is. There's nothing. The last time you were there was probably, I mean, a good 10 years ago. Just in certain rites, you go out and you enjoy the busy life that's all around you that naturally occurs. The animals.
We'll have to check the wilds.
Right. Yeah. And it is a serene place, but it's also, from a natural standpoint, very loud. There's a lot of life here. So, sending you here, saying that there's an incursion of a force there, that immediately alerts you. It's okay, this is going to set balance. This is going to set the natural balance off, because humans or civilization itself has done nothing for nature but take away. So, red flag immediately. So upon this, he gives you the general area. You already know the general area, so I would say knowledge like a map, of this. So if you need to recall kind of where it's at.
How much are you offering to some adventurers to go and look into this? Of course, I do not need to be paid, but I need something to give others.
Use your discretion. Is that good enough?
If you can bankroll it.
I mean, we have the treasury of the Duke. Just not exorbitant. I'm not trying to raise
Tell me how much.
All right. No more than $50 a head.
50 gold?
Yeah, 50 gold. I'm sorry. Dollars. What is dollars? What is that? 50 gold a head. If you can get them for less, do that, but don't.
Not very much.
Don't wane in quality. I don't know.
Okay.
$500 for a day?
For a level 4 player? Level 4 character? It goes pretty good.
Anyway,
I have a friend in town. He will probably know some idiots that are ready to work.
So, also what you recall about this decrepit village is there's a great big temple, overgrown with vines. It's, no one's ever been able to. No one's ever wanted to access it, so it's never been accessed really. Anyway, upon hearing this, you set about preparations. Oh, he also, Aldous, if you wouldn't mind, let me give you some assurances. Head down to my armory. So, he directs you to the armory first, and you're still asleep in the corner.
Yeah.
So
they talked.
We did.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
You heard 50 gold. Did your eyes perk up, or did you be like, nah, that's not enough?
Well, as pretty much just a wandering vagrant who got arrested for being too broke to pay for food. Yeah, no, he's pretty cool with it.
Okay. So, I mean, you did notice him.
Gold, I'm in.
There's one.
All right. So, do you want me to recruit you some people first and then take them to your armory? What was the armory for me, myself, and I?
For you.
Okay. Then I will head that way.
Okay. As you go to the armory, you have been instructed to wait outside the doors. The armory, there's nothing spectacular in terms of weapon or armor. Nothing different than baseline. What you already have is probably better than what they could offer. But they do have a selection of potions. You were escorted down by a guard who caught up to you. The guard, upon coming in right after you, he sets aside 2 health potions, just regular health potions, and 2 potions of greater healing.
Okay.
So
2 and 2?
2 and 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry. These potions would be equal to a greater restoration spell. These other 2, the rest,
2 greater restoration spells.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The greater healing spells?
No,
The greater healing potions, I mean?
No, they're regular healing potions, but the other potions that he got are equal to a greater restoration.
Oh, so there's not 2 normal healing.
Yeah, there is. There's 2 normal healing, 2 greater restoration.
Okay, that's what I wrote.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew you get it.
Gotcha.
Okay, so and after that, if you see a bland weapon you want,
Don't use weapons.
okay, so then you mosey on out.
Yeah. What was your name, Halfling?
My name is Cade.
Cade. I'm
Cade
Aldous.
Thorngage.
I'm Aldous Windspeaker.
Nice to meet you.
Offer up a hand.
I will not shake it, but it is a pleasure. I say that.
Suit yourself then.
Let's go and check the local bar. I'm sure there's someone there who's willing to work for some gold. I know the innkeeper. He'll give me a good tip.
So it's now where it was about 5:30. It's probably closer to 6 now. Being that it's getting close to daybreak, Hurst, you're up and at 'em. You're ready to go with it. Still kind of recovering from that, bruised up nose. Sirloin, you're still happily asleep. Moloch, this is the comfiest bed you've had in weeks, so you're out cold right now. So you see this this very imposing figure walk in. He's not menacing. He's not nothing like that. But this early in the morning, somebody who has this much of a sense of importance, with those 2 combined, it's enough to remark on. So you see this guy walk in, and of course followed by a halfling that's just kind of
Dirty.
a filthy halfling. No, he's just coming in. Coming in right behind him. Just kind of doing his own thing.
I'll head up to the barkeep. What was his name?
Bill.
Okay. Good morning, Bill. How are things?
Morning, Aldous. Well, just a regular night last night, so we're doing pretty good.
Duke Bro has need of a few adventuring types to go with me up into the jungles and investigate some sort of disturbance. I was wondering if you had any ideas of anyone who would be willing to work for a little gold.
So he, upon hearing Duke Bro, he tightens his stance up a little. He it's a name that commands respect, both fear and respect. This is absolutely anything for the Duke. Yeah, and he kind of, you see him looking kind of wistfully, just kind of thinking, and then his head just immediately turns on a swivel to Hurst. Hey, what about you and your little friend?
Do you care to make some money? Service for the Duke?
Yeah, any kind of money.
It's 50 gold a man
I'm in.
for just a day or so's work.
Sounds like a great deal.
Am I still sleeping, or am I down
You're asleep right now.
I'm Aldous, Windspeaker.
I'm Hurst.
It's good to meet you.
So you're rousing right now. In fact, I would say both of you are, Sirloin and.
I'll go tend to my gorilla first thing.
Okay,
Check on
so
him.
you see a sleepy halfling coming down the stairs. In the middle of this conversation, he just breezes right past all of you without paying you any mind. Goes through a busted up door and is out of sight. And then
I'll actually... No, go ahead.
Moloch, you meet him in the hallway, and best you can do is just nod to him. But like I said, he's kind of tired, so he doesn't even pay attention. You come down the stairs, and I mean you're reserved enough. You come down the stairs with composure, and you see, of course, this who you would not know is Aldous Windspeaker. He seems to be in the middle of a discussion with the barkeep and Hurst, the guy that tried to sucker punch you last night.
Hey, there he is. That guy, you need to ask him for help.
An orc. Would be the right kind of muscle. Do you have a name?
Moloch.
I'm hiring some men to head up into the jungle. 50 gold for a day's work. It could be more, depending on the nature of the thing.
Who have you hired so far?
That little man and this human.
Oh, this lot. How much are you paying?
50 gold a man, for the time being. As I said, it could be more.
I'll take it. I'm looking for work.
You're also working for the Duke, so if you please him, you'll have more work coming.
Okay, so you're out at the stables. Really, you're just concerned about Mr. Jenkins, making sure that he's not beat up too much. Yeah. Of course, you tended to him after the fight, but you're just making sure that he's not, he's not ruined, from fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems to be doing well after a good night's rest. After got his blood pumping. He definitely knows his limits. And that's the general gist that you get from your animal companion. After tending to him, what would you like to do?
I'll after making sure he's all right, I'll probably just head back into the bar. Do they serve breakfast?
Yeah, they got some sausage links.
I'll go back into the bar just thinking about breakfast on my mind.
All right.
Well, that probably will be enough. We're ready to go.
Hey, has he come back in yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in. He's walked in.
Hey, what about... Can we use one more?
Another short one.
Short but fierce, sir. Sirloin at your service.
Bill says, well, 2 short ones make one normal one.
You think that I could pay them both for one man's price?
No, probably not.
Hey, this one here's got a large ape, so you're getting 2 for the price of 1 there.
An ape?
And this one...
Yes.
This one, he wouldn't tell you this, but he can make himself giant.
Interesting. Oh, yes. I think one more man would not hurt. 50 gold for a day or so's work. Perhaps more work to come.
And what will we be doing exactly?
There's some sort of disturbance, according to Duke Bro, up A day's travel into the jungle up north.
The jungle, you say? That is where my ape is originally from. I think we'd be delighted to join you on this trek.
We leave at once.
I'll go back and collect my ape. Maybe a bag of fruit, too.
Absolutely, and I mean, with no problem, you can get a gunny sack and just throw various fruits. I mean, you get most of what's in there. I mean, he's really just been snacking the whole night, but yeah, you get the whole thing. And with this being set as the party, we set off. We leave to the north of town. I would say northeast. And there's a well-traveled road. I mean, that's leading out. And I mean, I would say, like I said, with how well you know the land, with how just the distance that it was, I would say within. We left out about, if I was saying 7, it's probably close to mid-afternoon by the time you reach the jungles. You still got a bit of traveling to do through the jungle, but you're making good time. So we're traveling through this jungle, and you start to feel thunder. It's just something is repeatedly just reverberating in your chest. Your whole rib cage is just shaking. And
is everyone feeling this?
Everyone is feeling this. In fact, Mr. Jenkins is kind of going on high alert right now. Give me a nature check, Aldous.
Oh, just Aldous.
Yeah.
18.
You know for a fact there is a stampede, and it is headed your way.
There's trees around us?
Yeah.
We should all take high ground immediately. There's some sort of stampede headed our way.
All right, so...
Would I know of anything that stampedes in this area? I don't know that I've ever been here.
It's not very well traveled. In fact, Aldous may very well be the only one who knows this land enough to know that type of information. Okay. Upon Aldous saying this, I would like everyone, since I take it you're riding Mr. Jenkins.
Yeah.
So everyone give me an athletics check, Mr. Jenkins. You won't have to, but Mr. Jenkins will.
Well, it says he has 40 feet of climbing speed.
Then he does it.
So I don't have to roll for that?
No.
Okay.
But
an athletics check, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or acrobatics, whichever's better.
Is there something you want me to roll for, or is that...
No. If he's a gorilla, he can climb.
It's a 21
it
from
says
me.
He's got 40 feet of climbing speed. So.
Looking at the tree, I just decided to shape shift into a giant wolf spider. So
Okay. All right.
just climb the tree with it.
You just climb the tree. You see this man turn into a giant spider.
Sirloin is thoroughly impressed.
20 total, not natural.
12.
21.
Okay, so everybody has climbed up in the tree, and I mean, by the time that you started climbing, you see this. You see this cloud of dust just kind of wash as the wind is kind of just barely breezing through, and you immediately just see all manner of animals. You see just these wild deer. You're seeing some smaller apes, run through. You even see a displacer beast that is running through, not chasing after prey, just running.
So this is all manner of animals.
All manner of animals are running. Birds are moving through the trees. It is a noisy affair.
Just a zoo. Yeah. Coming through the woods.
Absolutely, and it's wild right now. After about 10 minutes, the stampede subsides. You see, a couple of them, coming through. A couple deer just cutting through, and you can tell they're kind of the
It was Displacer Beasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh, it's fine.
Sorry. That was cool.
They're just kind of, they're the weaker ones of the herd. These, deer and other sorts of animals, just cutting through kind of at a leisurely pace. But I mean, still, they're trying their hardest to get away. Up on this, you're free and clear to climb down. The stampede has subsided.
Okay. I'm gonna stay in my spider form for the 2 hours that I can.
Okay.
I don't know what to make of that.
That's quite the potty trick he has there.
Just head on.
All right, and you see that your party leader is pressing on in his giant spider form.
Okay.
Sirloin follows with confidence.
It's quite the party trick.
So, you go. You would reckon probably about 3/4 of a mile, and I mean you're starting to get into what would be the thickest part of the jungle is really kind of thinning. There's not as much. There's not as much foliage on the ground. Some trees are even withered, which immediately you in your giant spider form you even see this. Give me a nature check.
21.
So upon investigating, or not investigating, but upon seeing these trees that are dying, this is a red flag in your mind. Obviously, this is the densest part of the jungle, the most nutrient dense part of the jungle. And it's almost as if these trees in their prime have been shriveled up. It's the strangest thing. It's almost as if it was a sudden impact. They've shriveled so fast and so much that there's even splits up in the bark, in the actual tree. That this wasn't a slow process. And
It's almost like it imploded.
Not even that. Just like somebody just put a straw to it and just sucked it dry. So, right after this, you hear crashing, and you hear hoofs, and just loud animal noises as you hear trees cracking and branches breaking. And immediately, the party looks up, and you see it's a bull. That's a bull, but it's got a heavy metal sheen on the outside of it. And as it's looking at you, it's stamping and snorting, and it's ready to fight.
How big is it?
It's I wish I would have looked that information up. Let me get it pulled up.
Is it like just normal cow sized, or is it
That's what I'm going to
like
look up.
massive?
It's larger than the gorilla.
Are you saying it's a mechanical bull?
You would think it's mechanical, but I mean, it's not. There's no mechanical noises. It's like it's metal. It's like it is naturally metal. So if everybody would give me a let's roll initiation.
Oh no, initiation.
Initiation. Why am I saying that? What is the word I'm looking for?
Initiative.
Initiative.
You still can't roll a good initiative.
What's wrong with me?